Hi, this is Lisa Wayment with Unique by Design Business, Events, and Life. And today I have Lark Galley, and we are going to talk about her event, Money Transformation. It will be put on May 4th in Sandy, Utah at the SLCC Campus at the Mill. Lunch will be included. So, Lark, let's get into all the tea and figure out more about this amazing event that's happening. So, why did you even have the idea to put this on?
Okay, because I will tell you, 3 months ago, this wasn't even like a seed or inkling in my head. Okay. And just a quick shout out, it is in person, but there's also a virtual option because, people can't always come in person. So, a couple of months ago, I was getting ready for a big event where I was going to be presenting and I was going to be offering, the freebie. And I normally do the same freebie all the time. And literally, God said, no, I want you to talk about money. And I'm like, seriously? I do not. Okay, I love talking about money, but I'm like, I don't feel it's appropriate. I want to talk to people about peace, love, and joy. And he literally told me people cannot get to peace, love, and joy if they can't pay their mortgage and they can't feed their family. And having grown up in a very unstable financial environment where there was food insecurity, we moved all the time. It was very stressful as a child. And then raising kids, I understand, sometimes there's not always enough money to go around. And I've come way beyond that. I don't even think about money. I don't worry about money. And yet, when I went to Costco a couple months ago, I paid $400 for my weekly groceries, and this wasn't anything special. This wasn't saving or long term. This was just the week's groceries. And I thought, if this is affecting me, how is it affecting the regular person out there? And that's why I
Absolutely.
really associated with what God said. Like, if you are experiencing financial insecurity, you can't feel peace, love, or joy in your home, right?
So I have to tell everyone how we met. So we actually met at a astrology human design retreat. And it was so funny because Naomi Rena Fox was there and she totally put you on the spot. She's like, oh, Lark has this like extreme money energy. Like we all can learn from Lark. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And then all of a sudden, like she kind of was like, come on, give me some good advice. And then she started getting into the car. You need to tell that story. It's
It was
just
so
so
fun.
fun.
Well, so in my astrology chart, I'm a Taurus sun and I have Jupiter and Venus there. So all things money. And then on the opposite side, I can't remember which one it is, but it's the one where there's inheritance, there's other people's money, there's all, like it's a powerful money chart. And you wouldn't think that when I was a kid, though. I will tell you that I had to scrape and learn how to use that money energy. But I have a gift, all right? And I believe we all have different gifts. And my gift is I can specifically hear people's money blocks. It's like a spidey thing goes off in me. And I just like, I can't even keep my mouth shut. I have to express what I hear when people say something that's out of alignment with money. And so as I'm up there talking about money, Naomi just happened to say how she needed a new car. Her Mercedes that she had was getting older and it was kind of having some troubles. And none of us like to have a car that there's troubles. You want to rely on that car. And she happened to say, "Oh, I'm probably 6 to 12 months out from getting another one, and I can't have it because." And she said something, and I just like and I was kind enough to ask her, I'm like, okay, this is your retreat. Are you okay if I walk you through this? Can we have like a chat about money in front of all your 25 friends here? And she was really good about it. She said, yes, let's do it. And I don't know, I just listened to what she said about money because sometimes we make statements that we think are true that are not true, and we live in this false belief. And she was explaining why she couldn't have it, and we got into this breakdown where she thought she couldn't have it and it had to do with some issues she had with her parents, like that she felt she owed them money or she owed them for the past, and how could she possibly buy a new car when in the past she had when she was a single mom she had owed them money. This was all in the past. This was just something that she thought about herself now. Within 2 weeks of this conversation, she is driving her brand new Mercedes SUV that she loves. She still has it. She loves it. And I just like, I'm so happy for that. And then do you remember Heidi at the retreat as well? She and
Yes.
I had a conversation about a truck. She and her husband needed to buy a truck, and she was having, this angst about buying the truck and all of these things. 1 week later, she was driving her truck. And it's just from these conversations, from what I hear. And so I thought, if God has given me this gift because I have had to overcome so much um, problems with financial insecurity, then maybe I can share this with other people. And hence, this is what I'm doing. So,
Well, you're a phenomenal speaker. I've got to hear you speak several times. One of the things I love about you, Lark, is some people can't speak frankly without other people getting their feelings hurt, and you can speak frankly with love.
thank you.
And it really is a blessing. Like not everyone has that talent, but it's something that like I respect and I love about others, because I don't do good when people are like, you're trying to hint at things with me. It's like, I'm really slow. Just say it, dang it. Like, just say it to my face, because I'm not going to pick up what you're putting down.
Oh, that's awesome. You know what? I feel that people have the choice. I don't try to force anybody. I'm all about people's agency. Do what you want, right? Like, I can barely like keep it together in my own self, let alone try to manage everybody else. But
Right.
but I feel that, and I will say this, since we were at the human design thing, I'm a projector, and as a projector, I see things, right? And I see lots of things. And if people are willing, I'm very happy to share what I see with the intent to help them improve their lives. Because another gift I have is that I can't stand to see unfulfilled potential. And like, just like when we were on the call earlier before we started talking, or when we met in person, or we've had conversations, so Lisa, tell me.
Hey, I don't actually mind being put on the spot. I would rather someone just say it. And the thing is it's almost a gift though, because it's like when someone asks you, it's like, okay, I can either ignore this or I can really lean into it and I can learn something from it. And then it's like, I need to get my journal. I need to write down what they asked me. And I really need to ask those questions. Why? Like, what are those? What are those? They wouldn't have asked me that if there wasn't a reason. So now I need to find out what the reason is for myself and figure out what I need to do to apply myself better. Or when they come back and ask me again, I can say, look what I've done, or I'm stuck. Maybe I need some help in this area.
Yeah,
But I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, that's what we're here for, is to help each other. Your gift is money. Your gift is being able to let people see that as much as, we all have to work hard. There's an easier way to work hard.
there is. No, and I'll tell you this. I was just on a call with someone yesterday. We were doing and we were doing a clarity call. I was doing that with her. And she made the comment, she said, I'd like to come to your money workshop, but money's an issue. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's just back it up right there. Money is not the issue. Money is not an issue. Money is just money. Money is energy, right?
Right.
And I just told her, I said, you know what? Now, the first thing is, it all comes from our thoughts. Just start seeing yourself in the workshop. If that's what you want, God wants you to have what you want. He doesn't just want to bless you with what you need. He wants you to have what you want. And
Absolutely.
and if that's what you want, it's okay to want it. If that's where you want to be, whatever it is, it's okay. Your little heart deserves to have a
Your little
desire.
heart.
Your little heart, give into your desires and lean into that, because think about how you are so happy to give your children gifts, right? You love to see them delight and to be happy. If God has given you a desire in your heart, it's from God. Desire means of God. And lean into that. And then when you get something that you desire, be happy about it and be grateful and show that you are happy.
It's funny because I sometimes it doesn't even come in the form of money. And it's been funny, the more I've been praying about things and saying, okay, I want this, but I'm stuck. And this is where we're at with things. And I know that you will take care of it.
Yes. Yes.
And so it's like, I'm putting it out there, God, like, universe, take care of me. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to serve. I'm going to gift. I'm going to let karma come back to me, however that looks. And there was this one specific conference I really wanted to go to, and I was really excited, but it was like, hey, it's just not in the cards right now. And I was like, hey, Heavenly Father, I want to do this. I don't know how it's going to work out. So either bring me a client so that I have the money to do it, or something else will set up. And it was funny because I got a text from a friend 2 days later that said, hey, I bought this and it comes with an extra ticket. Do you want to
Is
come?
that the one that we were just at just last month? Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes. Because
Yeah. And it was so funny because April texted me and I was just like, I don't even know that she knew that I wanted to go, but I prayed about it and I was like, look, I really want to go to this, but right now there's just some things that I need to put my money towards. So Heavenly Father, if you can help me find a way to go to this, if it's meant to be, it will happen. If
That's
not,
right.
and literally I didn't stop thinking about it. I just waited for either something to happen with like a client or something, because I've always gotten the money I've needed when I've needed it. It's never been a question. I have that faith. And so it was interesting and it was a blessing and it was fun. And you did an amazing job, by the way.
Thank you. You know what? I was the one who told April about the conference. Is
Oh,
that so funny? Yes, that's so funny. And I totally believe that things can come to you. So I told you in the conference, I told about my trip to Costa Rica, right?
Uh-huh.
That I wanted to go to Costa Rica, but I didn't want to pay for it, and how I got invited by somebody. And I'm like, yes, being invited is even better than having to pay for it, right?
It is, but those dues have to be paid every once in a while. But it's amazing how when you put it out there and you allow the universe or God, whatever your belief is, to really take care of you, that it really does happen.
Yep. And that's part of it, is having that faith that it will work out. Sometimes we get wrapped up because we don't know the how, and it's not about us. That's not our job. We're not the how people. God's the how people. And sometimes I just have to say, God, I am so excited to see how you're going to make this happen, because I have no idea. So let's go.
So I want to hear your perspective on this, because for me, I feel like when you serve others, like when you do your job, your money you're bringing in is a gift because you're serving others. And so when you make that money about you, I feel that actually somewhat stops your abundance. I almost feel like it kind of I don't know. I think we want things, and I don't think that's a bad thing, but I think when we use our gifts to serve people in the way that we are, like our jobs are a way of serving other people, and that when we do that and we do it at our best capacity for others, that money comes in a way of flow.
Well, it's like a value exchange, right?
Yeah.
If you want more money, you need to offer more value to the workplace, right? Or to society. That's the way it is, right?
True.
People will pay you for things that they find valuable. And then that's the exchange. Money is just an exchange. It's just so that I don't have to say, hey, Lisa, I'll offer you XYZ and you give me some of your goats, I'll give you some eggs, I don't want to do that. It's just the medium of exchange. And we wrap up so much emotion into the word money. I know as a kid, I couldn't even say the word money. It was like a bad word in our house. We never talked about money. We didn't have money. We didn't talk about it, right? And it's creating this emotion that's attached to it. And we need to make sure we have positive emotions. Somebody said this to me recently. He was just introduced to me, kind of like, hey, what are you doing? And I said, well, I do coaching. And he's like, oh, it was really interesting. I kind of triggered him. He was like, well, you should just help people for free. And I'm like, okay. So like, I should just do my job for free. You're just out there working. Like, do you do your job for free? And he's like, well, you should give stuff away for free. And I'm like, I do give stuff away for free. I give a lot of things away for free, right? I said, but there has to be a balance in what you do, because the reason I charge for things, some things are free, but the reason I charge for things is it wouldn't help you if I didn't charge.
Oh, you have to have skin in the game.
Yep,
100%.
exactly.
And
Exactly.
it, I, it's funny. I've done trades on certain things, and I was like, you know what? I was more invested in the program when I paid for it than I
Mhm.
was even on a trade. And so
Yep.
it's like sometimes it's that money exchange of knowing what you're putting out and that you are invested because
Mhm.
you have given something to that program that makes 1,000 times
Yes.
the difference.
And that's why I won't give stuff, the high value stuff, I won't give that away for free because it
No,
won't help you if
no,
I
it will
do
not.
that.
I absolutely agree with that. I think that's great. So tell me a little bit about this workshop and some of the things we're going to learn. I'm sure some of it is what we've been talking about today.
Yeah, it's all about frequency, and changing the way you see money, changing it and turning it into a game. I said this to somebody yesterday. I'm like, well, money's a game. And she stopped and she's like, tell me more, because I don't think it's a game. And I said, there are rules around money. There's laws around money, just like there's the law of gravity. There are laws around money, and we in our society have our rules mixed up. We think that if I'm a good person, if I am I like good inside and I help other people and I serve, then God will bless me with money. But that's not the tie. It
No,
has to do with our money frequency and our vibration with money and how aligned we are with money. And yes, it's nice to be a good person, but that has no relationship to how much money comes in. Think of all the terrible people who make a lot of money. It's not about being good. Okay.
no.
There's different laws with that. And so that's super important. I'll tell you once again, God's like guiding me in this. Normally I do a money retreat. It's a 3-day retreat. It's part of my coaching package. And once again, God said a couple things. First of all, he goes, you need to make it co-ed because the retreat is just women. I want both men and women to be able to be there. And I need it at a price point that's lower than the 3-day retreat, right? So more people can come in. And I thought, well, okay, this is what I'm doing. So I'm taking 3 days of material and putting them into one day, but it just means that a lot of the one-on-one activities, we can't do it like that. So we do it in a group. And so there is a lot of material. And there's so much material that I actually had to pull some of it out. And I'm going to do another webinar with that material. So I'm pretty excited. There's a lot that I have learned about. Just turning money into a game, taking the stress off, finding the rules around money, and changing how you relate to money. It changes
Yeah.
everything.
No, it's beautiful. And the thing is, a lot of those things I already believe.
Yeah. Yeah. We believe them, we think
Yeah.
about them, but do we do them? And that's the
That's
difference.
a whole other story. And some of that comes with building that foundation
Mhm,
and getting that foundation ready. And so
mhm.
I think that's absolutely amazing. So I am so excited for you to be offering this 1-day workshop for people. If is there anything else you want to touch base before we go?
I'm just so excited to do this. I've literally gone from poverty as a child to just like working my way up and figuring out these rules around money and changing, and it has made all the difference in my life. Um, think about this. Who do you think thinks about money more, the people that have it or the people that don't have it?
The people who don't.
The people who don't. And so we can run around saying that I'm a good person and I'm God loves me and this and this, and we're all poor, but we're so focused on the money that we can't step away from that.
Right.
Once you step away to the point where you're not wondering how you're going to pay your bills, how you're going to feed your kids, is your mortgage going to be paid? That puts you on a higher level to be able to serve without having to have all of these worldly worries.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. And I want to just tell you something that I recognized about you, and I don't know if I've ever told you this, but the one thing about Lark that's absolutely amazing is she lives within I coach a lot with Candace Noss, but she lives within you live within the trifecta she talks about, like the mind, body, and spirit. You nourish your mind and you work out your body, and then you take things in your spirit and you listen.
Mhm.
And it's something that I think that really elevates you to be able to do what you are doing because you are taking care of yourself in all aspects of your life. And that's something that even from the first time I met you, because you got up, man, early in the morning, you were doing sprints, you were working out, and I was like, yeah, I should be doing that. But it's something because that's something that I've wanted for myself, that's I've always seen in you. And I just want to let you know, like, what an amazing person and example you are to all of us. And keep on putting out those videos of you working out because they are motivating.
I think it's so funny because my trainer has me do these strangest things and we argue and then I do them and I'm like, oh, look at me. I'm doing this.
Well, you're doing great. And like, no one would ever know how old you are because you are rocking it, lady.
Well,
And
thanks.
I love it. You are just, you always glow. And it's just because you are so in your element. I
Thank you.
100% believe that. So thank you so much, Lark, for your time. And I can't wait to hear about the event.
Awesome. Thanks, Lisa.